Hey all, and welcome back for another HellfireComms Patreon Quick Look. Today we are checking out Astral Chain by Platinum Games for the Nintendo Switch, and this was commissioned by Deimos, so let's get right on into it.
The cover of this game for the Switch there, like the little icon, just makes me think about like Mountain Dew. Just like the blue and the white and the green makes me think about like Pepsi. It has a very pop aesthetic.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna press those shoulder buttons. Let's go for a new game, shall we? Uh-oh. It's not gonna be one of those Blue Lives Matter sorts of games, is it?
No. There's a bit, but it's, it doesn't beat you over the... Well, remember, this is a game made by Japan. Their police are very different from the rest of the world.
Okay.
They pretty much exist to, like, actually save kittens from trees.
And, you know, use stands and whatnot if the game's trailers have led me to believe anything.
Pretty much.
Yes, everything is going according to plan. Policing's still good. Man, everyone in protective clothing. This game isn't realistic at all.
Activity levels at 35.72, 36.18.
Except for, you know, the one character who seems to be important, of course.
Yeah, well, we won't be able to see his blue anime hair. I think that's a woman, actually.
Yes, this is not the main character. This is Brenda.
And ready to fire. Whenever you're ready.
Yes, do it. Crazy anime Tanner.
Look at this, like, smarmy dude who's named Yosef, and, like, immediately you know exactly who he is, right? Like, you look at him and you're like, oh, right, you're the Gendo Ikari. Got it, sounds good.
I like how Kamiya is the supervisor for the game. He just pops along every so often and he's like, yeah, that's kind of crazy, just keep going with it.
Yeah, so this was actually directed by the one who did the... So it's the whole game is directed by the battle director for Nier Automata. So just the one who did the battle gameplay and directed that, he directed now this whole game. And I think most people agree that, like, well, yep, you did a bang-up job. You were one of the next big producers and developers for, or not, directors for Platinum.
Okay. I've heard mixed things about Astral Chain, but it gets top style points at the very least.
In general, I think a lot of people who have problems with Astral Chain, it mostly comes down to the gameplay being quite different from other Platinum games. It's kind of like the Wonderful 101, where at the beginning you look at this and you're like, how is this a Platinum game? And then once you go on and unlock abilities, you're like, oh no, never mind, this is a Platinum game.
I think he wants out.
So this scene is just straight stolen from Evangelion, by the way.
Ah, so that's the titular Astral Chain. Well, there's two of them. You will not hold me down, pigs!
You see, the Astral Chain actually represents institutional racism.
Oh, I see. Binding him to our cause.
Now, let me tell you, I watched, I played most of this game. I think I got 2/3 the way through. Then, of course, you know, other things came along and I just didn't pick it back up. But I watched quite a bit of the Wooly Versus Let's Play, and boy, do they have fun with the racism metaphors.
Yikes. Nice. Nope, didn't work. I'm red, not blue.
In fact, it was actually even a worse thing, because now it has swords.
Oh, no. Huh. The whole glass aesthetic they've got going on is pretty nice.
This game has a really cool technology, like, aesthetic. There's a lot of really cool stuff for how things work. There's a lot of crystals, a lot of glass. It looks cool. I mean, look at that core. You can't even tell what's going on with it half the time.
Oh, he turned it into a bug cube.
Basically a cyberpunk Pokeball now.
Sorry about that, sir. We'll get the window replaced ASAP. we go through 50 windows a week, but if we can create the perfect cop, it's worth it.
Yes, they have. But they're not from our usual channels. They're 2 new officers who just joined criminal affairs.
They seem very generic, perfect for people to self-insert into.
They're Captain Max's children.
And they're orphans, so don't worry.
I've seen their test results, and frankly, Doctor, none of our other candidates come close.
Like, can you imagine if there was a third character and he's just the most milquetoast, white bread everyman that you've seen, and then you've got these 2 Digimon-looking motherfuckers?
You know what? If this was published by, like, Activision, that would absolutely be in this.
So if you skip the intro, this is what it just takes you to. Let's see. You know what? I don't usually go with the female character, but I will this time.
Let me give a bit of a thing about this, though, because this game does something interesting. The one who you don't pick becomes an actual character.
Yes, I heard about this.
Where the one you pick is a voiceless self-insert you customize. The other one is the actual character. It's kind of cool. I like it quite a bit. The only things that stay are your skin color you pick will reflect on both of them, and I think the hair color.
Kind of like the base one, honestly.
Yeah, the base one's really, it's nice. I mean, I'm a big fan of a Hogaze, so that little floating idiot strand makes me happy.
Doctor, we've just received reports from the police of a confirmed gate opening in Central City.
Well, get over there and close it. Sheep could come through that.
I assume the twins are no different.
This game actually has an incredibly deep lore, to the point where there's a chapter where all you do is read. It's actually really interesting. Though, again, if, for the average Platinum Games fan who just wants to Bayonetta their way through stages, it might be a bit too dense.
Thank you for the, Webster's Dictionary definition of star, by the way.
Oh, you're gonna get those for every chapter name.
Yo, I'm controlling this! Damn. Starting me off on a good note, at least.
Mm-hmm.
This looks really nice for a Switch game, by the way. I'm not using that as a backhanded compliment, either.
No, it's definitely, they use the aesthetic for their advantage.
I like to point out that it started giving me stuff to do without teaching me stuff first.
Mm-hmm. Just go. Just play the game. Rapid fire, move, evade. The one thing I will say is the default control scheme for this game is a kind of a unique one. I immediately switched it to called Controller Type C, which gives it Bayonetta controls. Because I was playing it, and in this game, your basic attack button is ZR. Which is fine for guns, but it even works for your melee combat. And I'm like, I don't want to do my melee combos on ZR. If you switch it in the options, you can just give it Bayonetta style. Like, literally exactly Bayonetta controls, which was much nicer in my eyes.
Get off the fucking road!
Sunday drivers, I swear.
This is HQ. We're concentrating our firepower on Central City at the moment.
No, seriously, you need to stop now. This is getting a bit much. Whoa! Jesus!
Welcome to Platinum. They do things real cool.
Oh, they sure do, mate.
In fact, I'd argue that this game has some of Platinum's most Platinum possible moments. There's some stuff that happens that is absolutely insane.
I couldn't have seen that coming. What do you think I am, Sonic? Oh lordy. Here it goes. Yeah.
Don't worry, it's one of those ones that incapacitates. It certainly does not kill humans.
Yeah, man. Whoa.
Something that, at least for me, is a bit interesting is they gave you this start to the game, and at least as far as I got up to, you don't ever go on a motorcycle and do this again. which is a bit strange. You'd think if they started the game with it, it would be a thing that you would do again, but no, maybe not.
Well, this ranks things in terms of poppy heads, it seems.
That's an interesting thing. This game's ranking system is different than any other Platinum Games one. For one, it only ranks you on the highest difficulty. If you do it on a low difficulty, that's not the highest. Instead, you just get basically a completion ranking. Also, getting damaged does not affect your rating. You can get hurt as much as you want. All it looks for is how stylish are you. And what that means is use the biggest variety of things that you can.
Okay, I like that. It encourages creativity.
Yeah, so and it wants you to try and there's like I mean, we're gonna start this off and we're gonna have a very basic moveset, but as you continue you unlock a whole bunch more and you can do some interesting like combo sort of stuff.
That dash didn't really feel dash worthy, but whatever.
The general controls of this game, I feel, are pretty okay, but it definitely lacks a bit of the fluidness of Bayonetta. The main character moves with what I can basically describe as Western video game character syndrome, where sometimes you move them and they, like, drift to be realistic in their movement, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
I'm helping. Come on, we'll get you to the medical helicopter.
I like how there's a 50%, so it's like after you get this person, you're like, yes, I have done my daily diligence of highway rescue, I can leave now, my job is done.
There you go, have a lie down on here. See ya.
I like those helicopters, they have like a big, like, there's no blade, it's like those bladeless fans, you know? Just a big circle, it's real cool.
Oh no, that's really bad. Mm-hmm. I just saved that guy, for fuck's sake.
So, this game works on things called cases, where every single thing you do, it says red case here. A case is like an objective. Think of it like the verses in Bayonetta. Red ones are story mandatory, blue ones are optional, so like red case, defeat the enemies. So you'll be graded on how well you defeat them here. There's other ones that are like based on dialogue instead, so you'll get graded on how well you speak to people. So there's a bit more variety than your average, you know, Platinum game. It feels like a big experimental title for them.
I gotta say, I like how fluid going from gameplay to actual cutscenes and whatnot is.
Give us a hand.
Let's get him.
So right now, you might notice you are severely lacking in anything that feels like Platinum gameplay.
Yep, very much so, mate. I'm not used to attacking with triggers, I can tell you that much.
Well, not even that. It's just like your basic combo is tiny. There's no like extra attacks you can kind of do with it. You know, it's like you just have a basic sort of combo. The only thing you can do is switch your weapon to the ranged one by pressing up and down. So you kind of have two weapons, you know, at the same time, up and down with the D-pad there.
Nice.
But you are very basic right now. So I know a lot of people, when they play this, they said, well, this feels terrible, and immediately wrote it off. You do get an upgrade, which makes you the Platinum character.
Oh, I know.
Here, take this. It'll heal you right up.
Yappy Dog Soda. The best the police can afford.
The dog mascot has some things in it. Like, they do some things with the dog mascot that is not unlike what people make jokes about Zipper T Bunny in Animal Crossing.
Oh god, I was just getting over that.
Like this yappy dog mascot, they turn him into an unstoppable force of nature that only wants to bring pain.
Okay, yep. Good shit.
So basically, there's some items, the one with the little, like, flower, you'll get rid of at the end of the mission. They're just, like, quick pickup ones. They're not ones that you're gonna stick with you. And then there's permanent ones. So you get a whole bunch of temporary ones, but if you want to, you know, bring in more, you can.
Okay, well you stay here and die. I'll go find the other things then. Brother!
Are you okay? Stay with me.
Why can't I talk, brother? Why did you take my voice?
Well, you're supposed to think, and what you think as the player is what they say. Also, you get an Otacon-like character who speaks for you.
A gate? Who's there?
Forgot my action button for a second there.
PD025, corruption levels just
Yes,
shot
we
up
get
over here.
some invisible Pokemon-looking dudes.
Engaging hostile targets. But whatever they are, I can't see them.
Am I not supposed to be able to lock on right now?
Sure it's not just
You
an
are not supposed to lock on, because how can you lock on to what you can't see?
Very good point.
That is all.
Wait, hey! Don't you hang up on me!
Guys, help, please.
How are we supposed to fight something we can't
Ouch.
see?
Sure could use a stand right about now.
Don't know how we're gonna make
Right? If only we had like a team of stand users available at our police force.
See, I wasn't sucking. It was all a part of the gameplay and the story meshing together. What?
He just thought you were kind of cute.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ooh, nice music.
Oh yeah, the music for this game is sick. And you'll get to see the anime opening soon, which is just 10 out of 10.
Rah!
So one really cool thing is you're going to see here a whole bunch of cool stand designs that are totally ones that you will eventually get on your own. Each one basically represents a different style of Platinum Games gameplay. So for instance, that dog there plays like Okami. There's one that uses swords that plays like Metal Gear Rising.
WTF, mate?
He's like, yo, you working with the cops now? Bro, that's not cool.
Oh my god, just fucking snaps his neck.
They get quite a bit more powerful when they put on their police uniforms, much like, you know, regular human beings as well.
Sorry about that.
Just in time, huh?
And that's your dad.
Dad?
He's cool.
Better put the reunion on hold.
So, about that chopper that went down?
Don't worry. Already dead. Who cares? Gotta get rid of the evil energy.
Let them use the Legatus. Wait a minute, Commander. What the hell are you saying?
I heard someone once say that this mission here is basically the first episode of a new Kamen Rider series, and yep, you must give them this device, but we've already loaded your data into it. Ah, but my kid, how will he know how to henshin properly? Oh, but it's in his blood. It's a Kamen Rider.
Is it this Gaime's fucking henshin belt?
Captain, are you serious?
A little bit, except it's not a belt, it goes on their arm. And no one other than Tetsuya Nomura puts a belt on their arm.
Indeed, words to live by.
Really hoped you two wouldn't get caught up in all this.
Gosh darn diddly dang.
Commander. Now don't go dying on me.
Well, alright, bro. Looks like we're stand users now. Seriously, the second they leave?
Don't worry, this game is full of stupid coincidences that lead to anime garbage, so it's all good.
That's fine by me, mate.
It lives for what it is. It knows that it is an entire season of Kamen Rider. This game is what it is from the start one to the end. It is just a season of Kamen Rider, and you will go through everything that goes on in those.
Come on, give me Beautiful Joe.
Right? So you're rolling for your gotcha here.
Nice.
So you always start with the Sword Legion, it's called, while your sibling always has the Arrow Legion. You won't get access to it just now, but they incorporate a lot of gimmicks from Metal Gear Rising into the Sword Legion, which is really cool. So it will fight on its own. You don't actually have to give it commands. Now, you will be able to, but if you just send it near an enemy, it will automatically attack them. You can send them out and or pull them back in. So yeah, you just kind of send them out and they will do some attacks. Eventually, you'll get the ability to send them out and then issue a command. And by doing that, you'll actually, you know, be able to coordinate attacks with them. But for the most part, they naturally attack on their own anything nearby. And that was something I didn't realize. I thought I had to mash the send and pull, because when you do the send, it does like a bit of contact damage. But no, they will just naturally do their combos on their own.
That makes it much less confusing, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Especially because then you'll also be able to, if you want, and I don't know if it'll teach you this now, but you can also control it with the other stick. You can move it around, though I think you have to hold the send or pull button. You can then motion it around, and they will move where you want them to for more precision. But for the most part, yeah, you want to send them out, they'll attack, and you do it.
Nice.
There's also a two-player mode where you can actually have the second player use Joy-Cons to control it, and you can kind of do co-op, which is really neat. But you know, it's a little jank. It's just there as kind of a fun Nintendo gimmick that they probably asked for, as Nintendo does own part of this franchise now.
Nice. That felt pretty good.
And that's even before you actually get what I call the Platinum upgrade.
And I haven't changed the controls yet, so there you go. Stop. Fucking White Knight Chronicles over here.
Oh yeah, you are totally right, that is what it looks like. I am surprised someone else remembers that.
Well, I like the cool henshin thing, but that was about it.
The enemies' designs range from being really, really rad to kind of boring and generic, but they usually all have a pretentious anime name that is usually some, you know, biblical reference, so I'm always down for that.
Whoa, Nelly. Okay, gotta be a bit more careful.
So this game does have positional damage. Hitting them in the back does more than hitting them in the front, and side also does a bit more, depending if you're round nearish the back.
Okay, so I guess I can pull aggro.
Yeah, so you can even have it so that, like, you're attacking, you have your stand go out to the, you know, the back of it, and, you know, you can kind of draw them around.
Oh, lordy. Oh my god. Legion, help me please?
He's currently in your handcuff. He's like, no, I can't. I am inside the orb.
Oh lord. Ouch. Oh, fuck me!
Don't worry, you're a cop. You can take more than a few cars being thrown at you.
Fuck that noise.
Anyways, blue hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This is a two-way BDSM session.
So no matter what color you choose your hair to be, when you go into your super mode, it's always blue, which is really kind of hard to tell if you make your hair color blue.
Lesson learned. Don't make your hair blue by default, kids.
Especially if you want to be a cop.
I would explain, but they took my voice.
I lost my voice in Police Academy.
It was too rad. Too rad. I was wondering why it was panning like that. You gotta put the menu on the right-hand side.
So yeah, as you can see, you basically get like the Smash Bros style bonuses. That's how you get your rating up, is by getting all the sort of different things that you can do. So attacking them in the back, even using items increases your rating, which is weird for a Platinum game because normally that lowers it.
Hey.
Standing right here, Alicia.
Well, I'm sorry, but they were better.
But I gotta admit,
I actually quite like this kind of motley crew of characters here. They don't feel generic, unlike a lot of characters that would be in a Platinum game like this. They're actually really well developed, which is quite nice.
Seems to be all of them. We'd better get
So when
back
you
to
switch to the control star, can I use the face buttons?
all right.
Yes.
You two are coming
Good.
with us. Try to
Yeah,
explain
that's immediately what I did. I think, as I said, it's called Type 3. Because there's one that, like, just switches the L and R to be the other way, and I'm like, well, that doesn't matter. Then there is the one that is, like, a full... It is literally Bayonetta's control scheme. Your dodge becomes the right bumper, your A and B are your attacks. It's way nicer.
Beautiful.
Yeah, because I remember I played the first level, and I was like, this doesn't feel right, you know?
Knickerbocker. Nice. And it's a delightful treat as well.
I love this stupid anime opening. There's a number of actual, like, vocal songs like this. There's a couple that actually, it changes depending on if you're the male or female main character to have a male or female singer. It's kind of rad.
I have listened to a few of the vocal themes.
So you can see you do get a punch ghost, you know, the actual JoJo style one.
It's a fight for a paradise, fight for our life. So keep holding on until we break the spell. Free yourself, reach for the light.
Thanks for just telling me the ending theme, thank you.
You know what, though? I've seen a number of Japanese games do that because they really want you to know who sings it there, right? They care about that a lot more than anyone in the West.
I don't really recognize any of these voice actors.
They're fairly unknown for a lot of them. There's a couple. I mean, the big one is McCarley there. He's the voice of 9S in Nier Automata. He also voices the partner character in this, the Otacon, who is quite nice to have, doing literally the 9S voice, which is like, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, they're more unknown, but that leads to stuff like where they got the voice actors for this to come out and say how much they love Pickle Rick in voice, which is lovely. I love that.
Interesting stuff. Okay. Next.
So you get like a rank, like a big duty ranking there, where like that's your overall score for the profile, but you can redo chapters and it goes up also. So it's a bit strange. It's a different sort of way of handling it. I don't necessarily dislike it, but it's a bit interesting. The playstyles are Unchained is basically you don't have to worry about the gameplay. It's for storytelling. But then the hard one is called Platinum Standard, which is, it's because it's literally like you play the game with the Platinum difficulty.
Searching. Loading. Loading story.
Again, they have a good aesthetic going. A lot of, it's kind of glitchy in its aesthetic, which I like. It's like a Digimon.
Roused, as if from sleep or inactivity, aware of reality.
They have a lot of fun with making those quite pretentious as it gets on.
Good, more pretension the better. How the fuck are you flying?
It's like one of those, it's bladeless.
Yes, I know, it's a bladeless fan, yes.
But don't worry, I don't even know how those work in real life either.
I've been waiting for you.
If I ever see you do something that sick again, that will be awesome.
I like how this guy could have been named Joseph, but his family were like avid rappers, so they named him Yosef instead.
Awful. Just terrible.
And yet he joined the police and didn't become a rap battler.
This is an order from the Union itself. Consider it a promotion you can't turn down.
Because if you do, we'll fire you.
An order from the Union.
Sis, what do you think about this? Oh no, my dad's talking now.
I'm still the captain around here.
Shut up, Max.
These two, they're my kids. You couldn't have run this by me before?
No, we needed cool stand action and we needed it now. What's the current Metacritic rating for Astral Chain, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, sure, I can take a look at that. Let's take a look. Astral Chain, Metacritic.
Flexible.
Ah, shit.
It is currently at... critic score is 87 and the user score is 8.9.
That is fairly decent. You know what else also has a critic score of 87? Doom Eternal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 'cause I checked it the other day.
Huh, interesting. Yeah, the low ones talk about how it's mostly just not, it doesn't live up to a lot of other Platinum games in terms of its action, as well as, and this is something you probably won't see here, I'm sure you've heard tell of the frame rate dimension, as they say.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, there's missions where you'll go to the another universe for portions of it. Those portions are a lot and frequent and are way less cool than the cities that you can explore otherwise.
We were able to detect them in the first place. But still, we were powerless to stop them. Meanwhile, the Chimeras dragged countless victims back to their dimension.
What, did they also become chimeras?
Painted the land itself.
Yeah, so it's there seems to be kind of like a dimensional zombie thing going on where they just open up a portal, grab people, bring them in, they become chimeras.
The Ark. We thought we were safe.
Oh yeah, by the way, most of the Earth has been destroyed by these gates, so this is the only like land left.
Okay, that raises a number of questions. Does the game answer them?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
As far as I'm aware, 90% of the questions raised by this game are answered. There's a few things, because when they were developing this game, they did go in and basically say, look, we do have a trilogy planned. However, if it doesn't sell well or people don't like it, you'll still get a good self-contained story, but we do have an idea for an overarching 3-game, like, narrative as well.
And how did it sell, Tanner?
Well, it's a Platinum game, so I'm going to assume terribly. But for Platinum standards, probably not that bad. Let's take a look. Astral Chain, not Kaheen, Chain sales.
But also a taste of the pinnacle of human.
It sold 1.03 million copies worldwide. Platinum Games are pleased with the sales and they have surpassed expectations. So yeah, we'll probably get a sequel one of them days. Plus, Nintendo really pushed it. I mean, heck, these guys are in Smash as spirits, so...
Oh, yeah, of course they are, yeah.
But your species needs...
I remember people were really sad when they got announced for that, because there was a big push for a stand battler as one of the DLC characters.
Well, I mean, there is one.
There is one, yes.
That's Joker, yeah, just in case that wasn't obvious.
And now, I hand you over to him.
Springman from ARMS, he will give you your assignment.
You just hear boing in the corner. Okay, this guy is the only character who I would legitimately say has a bad voice actor.
Well, it's been a while, huh? Your dad told me you'd join the police, but I never imagined we'd see you here in Neuron.
Fear by Arctic Blast.
But growing up
Yeah,
with Max
he
around,
sounds
no surprise
bored.
it turned out
He's
tough.
the only one that sounds like someone out of the PS2 era. It's a bit strange. Now, he does get some decent line reads later, but for most of the game, I'm like, oh, this guy's voice is legitimately
Between
bad.
us, I think he's happy.
It might have been the direction. I don't know.
There's only 5 of us right
I'll take a
now,
look who voices
but
him
there
and
are
see
more
if he's done a
candidates
good
waiting for
role.
the ARI to make more legions. I know the commander talks a lot of gloom and doom, but relax.
You know, all this dialogue could have just been left without voice work, so I'm just looking on the bright side here. That's a good thing.
So this guy's voiced by Jordan Reynolds, who
There's a train
has
downstairs. We'll go there
5
and
credits
work on
to
your
his name.
fundamentals.
So he's
I'll
quite
call the
new.
others.
One of them being a side character in Konosuba. So, yeah, pretty small.
Max isn't picking up.
Oh god, did Max go and, like,
Do me a favor
drown his
and
sorrows
give
at
me
the
the
police
lead,
bar?
will ya?
Oh yeah, that happens quite a bit. I mean, those gray hairs are
I'll head
natural.
downstairs and set up the training room. See you there in a bit.
Okay, well, I guess I'll be going then.
Oh, that's right. Open up the menu in your Legatus and you'll find a map of the station. It might come in handy if you get lost.
So the station is your HQ, and there's actually a lot to do in the station. There'll be usually the structure of each chapter is you get a bunch of quests in the station, you get quests out in the field, and then you have quests in the frame rate dimension.
Hasn't changed a bit, has he?
Every chapter you'll have new stuff going on here. There's a lot to unlock in this game. I'm gonna get you to pull up the pause menu just for a sec, because I want to show you something.
His cooking was in the
Actually,
greatest, but
you might not even have access to it right now, but this game basically has a big achievement system, and it is massive. There's about 250 achievements, and every one gives you like an unlockable like cosmetic item or you know, colors. So there's a good number.
He doesn't have a legion, I guess.
No, you guys, there's only just the U5 that have the legions. You're special.
Who are you? You're no king of mine.
Yeah, so there's a good number of side characters that are like consistent throughout here, and their characters range from interesting to I literally would never remember you. Actually, okay, go back to that one that said orders there, on the L there. Those are the it's the blinking red one. So then click on orders. These are the achievements I was talking about. So everyone with a present, you can press A and you get, you know, for example, that one, beat chapter 2, and you get a whole set of colors for everything. You can color your armor, color your stand, color your weapons. It's really cool, actually, the number of things you can get.
Okay, so how do I change the controls and whatnot here?
Under options there, yeah.
Options.
So under button config, I think I went with preset type C. So Y is your like light attack, X is your heavy attack, evade is on ZR, and ZL is like a super move. So yeah, like it's Bayonetta controls, and when I put that on, I was like, oh, that's so much nicer.
Okay, I guess that's where I can change stuff.
You actually do have a lot of customization for your character. Like even from the get-go, each kind of layer of your armor can be taken off, and so you can sort of walk around more casually. It's kind of cool. I like it a lot. You can get different police armor variants. It's nice.
I would like a drink, please. Oh! I'll have a chat.
You can chat with the vending machines, which is kind of scary.
Try our exclusive burger. Okay then. Sorry, who were we meant to be finding? I wasn't paying attention.
You want to go down to the training floor. So you take the elevator to go see Max and Alicia there.
Wow, did you just fucking have a stroke there, Tanner? Jesus.
Well, because I was trying to remember, is it Alyssa or Alicia, or there's so many ways you can say it. Names are hard.
Use elevator. Let's see. Heliport.
Yeah, I think you got to go up there first to find your dad and not mom.
Hello? I'm just gonna follow the arrow. The arrow knows what I'm doing. Hey guys, it's us.
They're out here talking about how, you know, we went from being a rookie to the top of the class, you know, stand user, cop.
Hey, my brilliant children.
So the character's last name is Howard, which can lead to a lot of fun stuff with the fact that your character's last name is Howard, meaning that you can play this game as Geese Howard or Rock Howard.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So that's the call you ignored earlier.
Okay, I think we'll get some training in, and then we'll call it, just so I can see this Bayonetta style of gameplay.
Yeah, the training will really show you some of the interesting gimmicks you can do, because this game also has the wonderful 101 thing of the, like, drawing in combat, if that makes sense, which leads to some interesting things.
Aw, he's just You guys know he's just worried sick about you, right?
Yeah, sounds a little bit jolly to me, but
Why do you
whatever.
keep doing that?
Well,
What?
considering we're gainfully employed adults, shouldn't our captain take more responsibility for us than our father?
I was gonna say, yeah.
It's gonna be fun having you guys around.
Anyway,
They do have good, like, pre-established relationships between them, which leads to some fun banter.
Yeah, I was gonna say. The tone is nice. It's not as dry as I was
That goes for
expecting.
me too. Sorry, but make sure Jin teaches you a lot, okay?
Alrighty.
Yes, ma'am.
Probably should have got that training on the job, but hey, here we are.
Damn.
Getting it now. Haha, joke about Japanese women in age.
I mean, we're all on the same team now, after all.
But aren't you my superior?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, thanks.
Senpai? Would senpai work?
Yeah, I think they said something like sensei, and she was like, ah, no, call me Alicia-chan or something.
Get along well with
Again, they always gotta translate those Japanese-isms that are tough because we don't care that much over here.
It's a side of him I've never seen before, for sure. It feels weird.
Okay, Kira, you keep talking to yourself, because I got nothing to say.
Yep, we have nothing to say. Our booty shorts are too constricting. It's affecting our vocal cords.
You see, I'm just...
There you are. Ready to train?
Sure am.
Where's the captain and Alicia?
Oh, the captain said you could handle it.
I see. He's still booty blasted, is he? Well...
One day, he'll get over his booty blasted and he'll be
Alright,
booty
I'll
better.
run you through the basics. Before we continue, strap this thing on your back.
Did you actually give me anything? My hand was empty there.
You just can't see it, don't worry.
Oh lord.
Great, looks like it fits.
I see.
So basically, you have a thing on your back that lets you kind of see the world in VR. It's the solid eye, you know?
Yeah, I've seen this in trailers and whatnot. Because there is detective gameplay in the game, which I really like.
There is, and it's pretty good actually, because you collect evidence and then go through, kind of the best way to describe it is like the LA Noire end of case, like, wrap-up things, where you'll be like, okay, and then you pull out the evidence book and have to kind of connect stuff. It's pretty neat.
Okay, you got it. Yeah.
So you press the start button, you can look around in VR here. As you level it up, you'll even be able to get information about people. So you'll be able to look at them and see stuff like, you know, their blood type, their measurements, which does nothing, but hey, it's neat.
Try out a training program.
Let's see what we got here.
I would personally do them all because you get a reward for doing them all that is kind of neat.
We ain't got time for every training in the book here, mate. You mad?
Alright.
Here, you can pick an opponent and go toe-to-toe for as long as you want to. When you're ready to quit, choose Change Program or Quit Training from the system menu.
Yeah, I love VR Troopers. Let's do this. Well, I've got to grips with the controls of this control scheme now. So what is it wants me to do exactly?
I think you just have to do one of them. The one that I would probably recommend is Chain Counter. That's the one I would recommend. Most of these we've done, but Chain Counter is the one technique we haven't actually learned yet.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So watch the video, you see stretch it out, and then it will send them flying back when they do their attack.
Nice.
First, watch the target for a sign that it's going to charge.
Alright.
When it does, move your Legion and try to stop it with the chain. You can stop it with the chain and throw it back where it came from.
A lot of bosses will have big charge attacks, and this is how you counter them.
Oh, lord. Come on, lock on.
You just need to stretch it across from where he's moving. So like, yeah, like that.
Nice.
And then from there, he's knocked out. You'll even get techniques later that as soon as you do that, you get a follow-up technique to instantly kill him. So there's cool follow-ups with that.
Training is done. I learned everything I need. Really? For the rest of this file? Really? Stop training? Well, whatever.
When it says file, it means chapter. You'll be able to come back and do them after. That's what they call them, like police files.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, no, not like this entire save file will never be able to again.
Please report to the command room.
Ah, yes. Time for more policing.
The police have requested Neuron's assistance. Please report to the command room.
So Neuron is like a subdivision of the
looks like
police.
it's
They're
time for
kind
the
of the
first assignment.
special police. They're not just,
I'll go
you know,
on
the
ahead,
regular
and
unit.
don't keep
They're
us
the
waiting.
anime police.
And away he goes.
It figures we'd even get transferred to a new department together.
I don't know why you keep talking to me. I'm not going to be able to
Saying
respond.
this to my own sister.
It's kind of weird to be saying this to my own sister, but and everyone in the audience is like, "Oh, okay, good, you're working. Okay, we're good. Whew."
I wonder what the thought was behind like having your character not talk, but your sibling talk.
If we work hard, I'm sure he'll come
There is a
around in no
reason.
time.
That's all I'll say.
As long as it's addressed, my OCD-riddled brain could not care less, or couldn't care less even.
It's less that it's addressed and more there's a definite reason why.
Okay then. Alright, I think we're gonna leave stuff there, because we got a taste of the combat, a taste of the cheese, and that hallway looks like a key. So everything, really, is coming together. Nice and loosey-goosey. Here's everyone who's currently pledged. This has all the makings of a game I might like.
No, it's definitely one that I would recommend playing, if only to see how crazy stupid the anime garbage gets, because I feel like even in terms of Platinum games, this is Platinum Games the game, where they take everything that's cool and rad about Platinum games and just shoves it all together, and it surprisingly works.
Yeah, I like the combat so far. It's going to take me a while to get used to the new control scheme, considering I did the tutorial essentially with the old one. But otherwise, that small quibble aside, yeah, it's got me invested into it. So it may turn to shit like 5 hours down the line, but right now I'm invested. But if you guys want a quick look of your own, hit up patreon.com/HellfireComms, and we'll see what's what, providing you got the Casharoonie, the Buckazoids, and so on. If you guys want to see more of Astral Chain, I don't know, I think I might just be playing this on my own, but I could stream it from time to time. I don't foresee a full playthrough, but hey, it depends on if there's enough demand, and if there's enough demand, we'll supply it. So, yeah, we'll see you next time for another HellfireComms Patreon Quick Look. Bye-bye.